Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I have an amazing collection from our friends at Crafter's Companion. These are Gemini Edgeable cutting dies. They are beautiful. The cut on these is gorgeous. I've never used a die that cut through paper so beautifully. I can't wait to show you what else we did with these, so come back and play with us. So this one is the Balloon Flowers cutting die, and on the back of this package it says that these dies can cut through 2 layers of cardstock, and I believe it. They went through the die cutting machine and cut so beautifully. I didn't have to do any shimming on these, and everything just sort of fell out. All those little innie pieces just fell out. So on this particular card, this is actually a slimline card because these border dies are 7.5 inches long. So slimline cards are 8.5 by 3.5 inches. In fact, whoops, here's one. And for this one, I just cut it down. Okay, I cut it down to fit the card, to fit the die. And what I did was I used this fantastic Miri cardstock, and this color is, what's the color? I wrote it down. Lilac Shimmer Miri cardstock, and it cut through this beautifully. I was so impressed with these. And then for this little strip right here of patterned paper and this little greeting, this is from Wind Flowers 12 by 12 patterned cardstock. It's got some wonderful purple and blue colors in here. They're just gorgeous. And then I just added some little flat half pearls and some little purple ones there. And I just glued all of that to the card front. Now, I'm going to show you another option here. Let's see. This next one, here we go. This next one is Rose Garden. I'm going to move all this out of the way. And for the Rose Garden die, also 7.25 inches. It's got this really nice border right here. Okay, we can see that. Ah, so gorgeous. And what I did with this one is I cut it directly from the card front. And this card is 6.5 inches. And you can see, even though this is 7.25, it cuts very nicely and it all still holds together at the end. So it doesn't really matter where you're going to be cutting it. So I think it's really versatile in that way. So how to cut this from a card front? If you've got a 6-inch wide platform, okay? So if your card is 6.5 inches wide, how are you gonna get this through your platform for your die cutting machine? So normally, let me take this off. Whew. Normally what you would do is you just put this on your card front like this, and I would encourage you to use some like low tack tape to tape this down. Hunky Dory has a great one that we have at Paper Wishes, and I forgot to grab it. So you would just put this through your machine. If you've got like a 9-inch wide platform, this is gonna go through this way just fine. But what if you've got a 6-inch wide platform, like a Big Shot or a Gemini Junior? All right, well, I've got something to show you. What I like to do is take this and then take this part and fold it around. I know this is kind of crazy. And then take a piece of just scrap cardstock, stick it in the middle there, okay? And then, of course, you've got that all taped down with your low tack tape, and you're gonna run this through your die cutting machine because this card is only 5 inches wide, all right? So when you're done, this is what you're gonna get. It's gonna look just like this. Now, you may be wondering, this piece right here, does it get all banged up? It does. So let me show you how to improve on that. So, what I used was Romantic Florals 12 by 12 patterned cardstock, and also the coordinating solid cardstock for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of that solid cardstock, and we're going to glue it on the inside, and it's just going to cover that up, and it's going to look just fine when you send that in the mail. So I'm going to take our Cosmic Shimmer Specialist acrylic glue. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right on the card. And I just like to deal in dots here, just all around, a couple in the center. And we're going to glue that right there. All right, and then we're going to shut this like that. Now, for this particular, here we go, I lost my die. For this particular one, you're going to take the border part of your die, I should have made this clear, and that's going to go on along the bottom. And then this side of the die right here, it doesn't have a cut line there. So you can put it here and you can leave all of this uncut. And I'm going to show you a little bit more about that on the next card. All right, so let's take a little bit of this paper right here. Put that right there. That's from that Romantic Florals. And we're going to put that right there. Okay, and then on the inside, and I'm going to go ahead and, this is one of the greetings, the cutout greetings from that paper, or that patterned cardstock. And we're going to put that right here because we don't want that to show down here. We're just going to go ahead and glue that so I don't forget it. And then I'm noticing on my card that I probably need to trim these edges. I notice I've got some extra cardstock right there. That's going to drive me crazy, so I'm just going to cut that off. All right, there we go. So now we've got kind of the basic of our card here. Now we're going to add, these are Script Greeting Dazzle stickers, and they come in black and white and silver. And I like the thank you ones because it says here, everything you do makes a difference. So I think that this is a thank you card. Got one here that I've already used, so I'm just going to peel this off. And I'm going to put that right there. And then we've got some, these are pearl and pastel fancy border dazzle stickers. And these are just gorgeous. So we're going to use another white one. If I can find the one I'm looking for here. Here we go. Take this one, and we're just going to place that along the top edge. These just peel right off like that. And I get asked that all the time, when I place these, how do they work? So I just take one edge and place it right there and just sort of tack that down. Oops. And it helps that I have a nice straight edge along the top that I'm working with. And then I just kind of pull very, very gently. You don't want to pull it taut or anything. And then you're just tacking that down on the other side and then just running your finger across that. And that's all there is to that. And that's going to make just such a nice complementary border. We've got our white edge down here. We've got our white edge at the top. And then we've got a nice little ribbon here. This is from the Burgundy ribbon set. And that can go right there, or it can go, I think we're going to put it right here. So we're just going to take a little bit of glue. And I want to put it just on the covered paper side. I don't want to get it too close to the cutaway border there. And you know what? My greeting is too far down. So what's great about these, at least for a while, you can just reposition them. I'm going to move that right up. There we go. And I'm just going to hold that for a second while we move on to the next card. And while I'm getting ready to show you the next card, I should definitely tell you that we have a great money saver on these 3 dies. So definitely check that out. Look over there on the right-hand side if you're watching us on Paper Wishes, and that's where you're going to find that money saver. Here we go. Love that. Okay, so for this next card, here we go. This is Chasing Dragonflies. And if you look at this one, it's got these great little dragonflies right here. It's got a border along this bottom edge. So for this one, I'm going to peel this one off. Okay, so for this one, I took that border, put it here, and then leaving that top part so that, imagine that could be the top of your card, just like with the one we just did. Or you could just take this and then you could glue it on a card and put something behind it. And that would be a really easy thing to do. Like once again, you could just put it on that and then you could put it directly onto a card. So what we're going to do on this one, on the dragonflies, is we're going to cut that. This is a 6x6 piece of cardstock, and I cut it from the top and the bottom. So for this one, I keep setting down my dies and then losing them. Anyway, I put the die at the top. Here we go. run it through the machine, and then take it off and then run it through the other side. And the papers that I'm using here to make my card, I've got a 12 by 12 solid poppies cardstock, and then we're going to use the coordinating dies. And then it also comes, the pattern cardstock comes in 6 by 6, and we're going to use that too. So here we've got my card base. I just went ahead and made a 6 by 6 card with that. And then I forgot to grab this too. I just used a scoreboard, which I will attach in the products used down below, or you could use a bone folder and a ruler. Okay, so I've scored that 6 inches, it's a 6-inch card, so at the 3-inch mark right there. All right, and I'd already covered it with that 6 by 6 cardstock, but I trimmed it down just a little bit. And now we're gonna go ahead and take this piece, and we're gonna put a line of glue right there. And we're going to attach that right there. And we want that to only be glued at the bottom part, so that when you lift that up, the top part is free to move. And then we've got some more paper. Here's a little stripe, yellow stripe paper that we're going to go ahead and glue right across the center. We're almost done. And then we've got a couple of die cuts here. This is from the coordinating set. And I've got this one, just wanted to say hi, and I put a little bit of foam tape back there. This is from our giant roll of foam tape, which I will place in the products used below. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you guys, there is a link just below the video in the description box, and that'll take you to the Paper Wishes webisode page. And then I've got another one right here. It also has a little foam tape on it. And that's going to go on the inside, and that's going to be kind of the stopper for the card, because we want to be able to place it just like this. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Place that right there. So now when your recipient gets your card, you're going to open that. And they can just prop that right up there and make a cute little easel card. Oh, that fell right off. And I'll just hold that. All right, so you guys, great money saver on this collection of dies. So definitely check that out. And here we go. And so yeah, if you're watching us on our webisode page, money savers right there. If you're watching us on YouTube, look below the video. And you know what? Subscribe. We do 3 to 5 of these videos a week, and we don't want you to miss anything. And hey, give us a thumbs up. It helps us out. Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you next time.